You know, you learn something every day. You keep your eyes open and you're going to find out a lot of information. Some of you who don't know about this, you're going to think that I'm kidding, but I'm not. You could look it up. On June 30th of this year, the scientists in France have decided that we need to add 1 second to the calendar. That's right. I know it's not a leap year, but it is a leap second. This is true. They're going to add a second at the end of the day on June 30th. Some of you say it's going to be a long summer. It is. It's going to be a long summer. It's going to be a long year. It's going to be a second longer than last year. As a matter of fact, since 1972, turns out that they have actually added 25 seconds to the calendar. 25 times already they've added a second. Why? Don't ask me. Something to do with the Earth's rotation. The Earth is slowing down, and the atomic clocks do not slow down. They are too accurate. In order to make it even, they need to add a second to the calendar. It's unbelievable. And when you think about this, you say, well, what is the big deal? They're adding a second. I mean, what are you going to do with that extra second? I think I'll start my diet then, or who will be born during that second? Will they give them extra Pampers or something? Or maybe I'll take a selfie, to commemorate that second. Or people will ask one day, where were you when the second was added? It seems totally insignificant. And yet, every once in a while, to make that correction, they add a second. And I thought it was totally insignificant also, but I thought, you know what? It's not about what you're going to do with that second, because how much can you do? I mean, then I thought, you know what? There is something that you can do with a second. You know what you can do? You can make a decision. You can make a decision. You can decide to do something in 1 second. Yeah, it's good to prepare beforehand. It's good to think about it, not to make any hasty decisions. But the actual decision can be made in an instant. You can decide, I'm going to study Hebrew. You're going to decide, I'm going to go back to school. You're going to decide, I'm going to look into my roots. You're going to make a decision to make that phone call that you didn't want to make. You can actually make that call. It just takes a second. 86,400 seconds a year. But this year, there's going to be 86,401. And the question is, what will you decide in that extra second? Something to think about.